Natural Samoa water, the taste of nature.
Of our independence, tātou te tālo. Whangai tia lava o mātou loto tamai, lo mātou utua. I le tele o lo walofa mau whamanuianga, mo si o mātou atunu. A mata mai lava I maunga te tele, se o lava I a mātou whanau. O nai malo, mauo, mapaanga o e o lo alo lofa mai. Au matou iai a matanga o le samiina o le nei ono se fulfata usanga o le savalinga I le saulo tonga na e foai mo le nei atunu. Matou whawhitai I le ano noai o wawenga lo walofa tūnoa o matou mōli mawina e maise lava le a matamai ana nafi o le nei tae ao se au mai foi le nei tuasa. O e si le fia le mafuanga tamai, o le fia o foi natu, mo le fia te tala ina aloa ia, mo le fia whapa ia ina o nei ngā luenga te teli. Sa tā pena e long malo, e langolango sua, I le whalefono ma le maota o Samoa. E tua ia I le saili ngā tō whā ma le saili ngā uta. Awa lava tonu whai e manuia ai si o mātou atunu. Mātou te tālo le atua le tamai. O e lava e whawai ai si o mātou atunu. Aua nei e wau ia o whamanuianga mō Samoa ma ona tangata. A mata mai lava I ona taitai whale malo, whale anganu. O au na o taitai ia lau e kāle sia e o lava I o mātou wainga. Whamanuia I tangata anu uma o Samoa. Ma e o tofu sao I le nei whamoe moe. Whamanu e tele ia mātou paanga ma uo. O e o lo fisoso ani pea. I le ati na ina o Samoa mo antai ao. Mātou te tālo foi e manuia le tāpua inga le kāre sia. Ao alo whaivalo watunu e sami. Lona malo toto tasi wau le mai le ono se fulu ma le whātau sanga. Whapa ia e la o fio nei ngā luenga. Ia e whapa ia foi la to umo le a whaonga ina nei whali. Awa lava se manuia o si o mātou atunu. Whahau au pēa lo walofa le atua le tamai. I le whahau au ina o polokalame o le nei whamoe moe tāhua. Le ngata o le nei au auli se ia o na nei au tai au foi ma ona talatu. Mātou te tālo e o foi nātu lava le whai unga o nei whiau ma le nei whamoe moe. E pale ai la o fio I le viinga. Ola mātou te tālo lea, oi foi o aulia le nei tu asa o fia I le whanoa noa o le loi mata malingi o le wala upa ia la o fio ma so se pua ngā. Aua e te tuua tama pua ngā. Au mai pēa lo walofa e peo na e masani ai. E la vea I o tangata. Ola mātou te tālo lea. E ala ia Yesu lo mātou lima le whaola. Amene.
Ia le lo fata wa fai masui o le mau volungo o lo fa le pane mole toi le fa ftai tele lo sunga le tete le sauninga fa ftai mo fa lumanga fa le nganga mo laulauina wal ni aso ma le famo me whaatai ai le alofa o le atua le soifua ma le ola tulu ale nei aso walau lei tau sufi foi so tātou mangalonga wa le tofi lo le paleli o le fofonga o le whale tonu ma le whale tonu wai whanau no manu foi wasa whamanuianga mo nei o tātou pāanga tau wala mai le anga le lei o le atua na afu ai le nei ngā luenga ia wai whamanuia foi wa le ngā luenga mo le lumanai o le temakarasi Samoa ai a le maulunga nei aso ma le whamoe moe alo fangia le atua pato fama le langi lo finangalo fata leni fata ma ainga le nganga lo lu sase lua awale tawatina ino la nga luenga yala ile up fola ai ale tata ingo le kalesia faftai tele tu sai mo tanto por kalami ole ava no nei mo sa no nga tu la fonga ina le fionga le fala folo le parlemene le fionga le fon talai o te vala uli ai ma le fala lo la fiong mo la saunong.
Distinguished guests, it is now our honor to invite the Speaker of the Legislative Assembly of Samoa, the Honourable Awa Pa'au Mulipola, Aloy Tafoa Mulipola, to deliver the keynote address. Lau fionga le fonga fitalai.
Sungai toina fatonu Reverend Alta Palemia Tawili Ili. O le taitaifono le ekalesia whapotonga Kirisiano I Samoa. Lawa fionga le Kovansilio Australia, le fionga ya Miss Sam Moising. Lawa fionga I le au mamalu o le malotu tuotasio Samoa. Lawa fionga tui maleli fano vale toa suala uvile lua ma le masiofu. Taitai wa tunu tua oi wa avea ma tātou paanga. Lawa fionga I le li Palemia o Samoa, suyus fono o le Palemene, ma lo whaalolongia, alii matamaita. E ia te au le avatele ma le nei ma walunga. I lo utulanga o le fonga fitalai o le fono au faitula fono a Samoa. E faa feiloa I aloa I atua I lo utou mamalu I le nei sauninga faa pitoa. O te faa talofa aloa I atu foi I laua fionga I le Kovansilio o Australia. Malau au malanga mamalu e tusai mala o utou ulua I asia singa mai I Samoa nei. O lo outou a fio mai le so, ua tangi ai le whainga wou, ua tausanga I le vao Samoa ma Ausitalia. Ua whawaina I le vale lei, fi whaalo aloa. O la tātou tala whasoropito ngā luenga whai whatasi, o le whetausi ai, ma so o tanga vāvala lata o tātou tangata. Ma fai ngā malo ua silia I le 5.5 tausanga. O le so, ua tātou patipiti ai ni la sanga maoa e tolu. O le whama ina o le poloketi o le toe atina ina o le nofoanga atoa o le Palemene. O le sauninga o le tala ina o le ofisa fou o le fono au faitula fono. Ma le tatala ina o le maota malo lo fau o suis fono, le maota o luaftasanga. O le nei sauninga ua tūlanga ese lona tāua. Tānuai ua whātaunuina I le taimi, o le whāmanatuina o le onos furma le whātausanga, o le tutuatasi o Samoa, I lona Malae tāua, ma taua I Tiafau nei, o le Malae pa ia ma mamalu, awa o le nofoanga na urua isisi na ai le fua o le saolo tonga i le tasi le afe iwa se lau ono sifuru ma le lua. Ua tala wheunga ai lo tātou whatasi Tiafau nei. E le ngata o tātou whatasi ai ma tātou malo whaalo alongia ai o le mamalu o Samoa ua tala mai a ao. E mori mau le nei taunu unga tāua ua ausia e lo tātou malo. O le sauninga i le so e wha manatu ai se aso tāua e lo tātou tala wha sorpito. I le tausanga e lua afes furu ma le lua, na afio mai ai le kovana sili o Australia i le nā taimi. La na afio nga mamalu ya Dame Quentin Price. Sa avea maurua i malo wha alo alongia tau aloa mai se isi atunu. Ua sau noa i tutonu o le pale mene o Samoa talu mai le tolus furu tausanga. I le nā whai ngā malanga sa whailoa i Australia lona lango lango i le toe atina ina o nofuanga o le pale mene a Samoa. O le lato mea alofa a wale whamna tuina o le limas furu tausanga o le tātou tūtua tasi. O le aso ua tātou mori mawina ai le whātau nuina o le nātou whama mau. Whape ai ma le tātou whainga pā anga masani. O le whanga solonga mai e o mai le aso sa whetai ai malu i tau. Peitai o le pulu nau nau ngā lulue whātasi ma le tūtū mau i le wha moe moe ua tātou tau nuu mai ai i le nei la asanga mau ae. I nei vai aso ua tuana i atu e toa tele i lātou sa ngā lulue ma le le wha longo longo tinga. I le ao ma le pō e tā pena le Malae ma nofoanga mo le sauninga i le so. E whai ailo leo ma fonga anga o le pale mene o Samoa. O le whai ngā malo ma tangata anu o Samoa o te wha leo ina ile a nganga whaaftai tele ia i lātou uma sa tofu sao i nei ati nai. O le wha maina o le nei polo keti ua o fiai le whausiaina o le malu ma stepu fau i fafo o le whaitotoa i luma o le maota fono. O le malu lea i fafo o le urufale ai le maota o le pale mene o ala ta avale tau le whaitotoa whatasi ai maala e whaingofi ai o na taunu i le maota le mamalu o tangata e iai o lātou manaonga whapitoa. O nei ngā luenga ua mawaini no fuanga e whaingofie ma saonga le mu mo tātou tangata uma e asi mai. Ma mori mawina tau alumanga o ngā luenga le pale. Mata i tū mai le amatanga e le kampania Grammar Asia Pacific Limited. Ai muli ane ua whātautaia le mata i tūina o le ngā luenga e le mata ngā luenga o ngā luenga he la ua inga ma ngā luenga tetele. Ma o le whātinonga ngā luenga sa whaia le company ale All Electrical Company Limited i se tau e tusa male 5 miliona tala Samoa. O le aso whailonga inai le sauninga o tala ina o le ofisa fau la fono. Lo iai le potufono tele, potufono a committee ma ofisa o le fofonga fitalai. Whailautusi ma le au whai ngā luenga a le pale mene. E ui lava o lo fuafua le wha mai ina atoa, ma whape na ona tu ina atu le ngā luenga i lona mai ai i se taimi o iluma o le nei tausanga. Ai peita i wa mātou fia lava e te tala ina i le aso, ma avea ai o se vaenga o le whamna tuina o le tuto atasi e le atunu'u atoa. O le nei poloketi o mawhai o na whataunuina e tawala mai i le lango ua sili o na mawalunga le malo au se talia. Mai o mai le so ua whaaluina le tusa ma le toru se fulu tesi ma le 2 miliona au se talia ma e tutusa lea ma le 5.8 miliona tala Samoa. O le ata tusia ma le mate ituina o le ngaluenga, sa whaatino e company ale Alexander and Lloyd Australia Limited. Ai o le ngaluenga o le fausiaina, ua whaataunu e company Reeves International. Ua mātou mita fo ilava te tala lo i o le maota marolo fou. Ua whaingoina o le maota lua whatasanga. O le nei polo keti o se fuafuanga le whainga malo o lo tū le foe. Ina ia tu ina atu se awanoa tala e lai whaale anga nuu. E tala whenga iai a wale lango atu i ngā luenga. E whenga iai ma le pāle mene pe atau a fia. Whape ai masau ninga le atu nuu. Ua whaingoina le nei maota e mana tua ai ma whaalo alongia i pele a fionga i a lua whatasanga kalap. E tusa ai malana tautua i longa sa ave ai ma fofonga whetalai mua o le pale mene o Samoa. E tusa ai ma le lava tūlanga e whaamawina le loto whaanga e tia i le ainga o le fionga i a lua whatasanga. Ua taoto mai Malae e tusa ma le lato sao mātango fie i le whaatotonga ina o le maota lea. O la autou lango ua tarisa paia whaafatu ele ma o le atu maupea lea a vea ma vaenga o le ngafa o le nei fale a watu pulanga whai mai. O le maota lua whatasanga sa whausiaina ele company a le All Electrical Constructions Limited. Ma sa whatu peina le malo Samoa i le tau lua tesi ma le 8 miliona tala Samoa. O le nei polo keti atangi ai le au le lei o mamanu, ma fausanga o wha atufunganga Samoa. Ma ua whapena na lango atu iai le pitola au taua le pale mene. Ua mātou fia fo i e wha mawina o le maota malolo, ua fua e wha maeina atoa i le vaiaso lona lua Iuni i le tausanga ni lava. I le whama e ai o nei ati na e, o le vai ngā alualu ma mao sa iai mo le toe ati na ino no fuanga atoa le pale mene o Samoa. Lea ua tini tau nuu e ala lea i le toe fausia ina, o le malu iluma o le maota fono, le ofisa fau o le fono au faitula fono, ma le maota o lua whatasanga. O tūlanga sili ona tā ua, o nei ati na e ua le na oni fale, a wa o lo atangia mai ai lo tātou pulu nau whatasi. Ina ia whaamalo sia le whaatemo kalasi. O pūlenga ma le maua o awanoa e le mamalu lautele, e mori mawina ai ta urmanga whaapale mene, a wa tangata uma o Samoa. O le avea foi ma whailonga tu mau o le whainga paanga, ma le whainga uo ua mausali a Samoa, ma au se talia. I le tātou pati ai o le nei la sanga mawae, a o whamana tuina le onos fun ma le whātau sanga o le tātou tutotasi. Tātou te whaaftai ai le atua, e tusa ai ma lana taitainga. Ma whamanuianga i lunga o Samoa, ma i lātou uma sa tofu sao mai, i le poloketi o le atina ina o nofuanga o le pale mene a Samoa. O te whaaftai atu i lo o tautala ao mai, a tātou whaatasi le nei aso. Whaaftai tele. Reverend Alta Palemia Tawilili, Chairman of the Congregational Christian Church of Samoa. Your Excellency, the Governor-General of Australia, Honorable Miss Sam Moistin, His Highness, the Head of State of Independence State of Samoa, Laua Fionga Tuimaleli Fano Vale Toa Swallow Vilelua, and Masiof. Heads of our neighboring and partner countries, the Honorable Prime Minister of Samoa, members of the Parliament, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor and privilege as Speaker of the Samoan Legislative Assembly to warmly welcome you to this very special occasion. I extend a sincere welcome to Your Excellency, the Governor-General of Australia, and your distinguished dedications on your first trip to Samoa. Your presence today reflects the strong and enduring friendship between Samoa and Australia, built over more than 55 years of diplomatic relations, shared histories, mutual respect, and close ties between our peoples and governments. Today, we celebrate 3 significant milestones: the completion of the Samoa Parliamentary Complex redevelopment projects, the ceremonial opening of the new Office of Legislative Assembly, and the opening of the new Members' Lounge, the Maota Oluoftasanga. This occasion is especially meaningful as it takes place during Samoa's 64th Indepedence Celebration here on the historic Malae Tiafau, the sacred grounds where Samoa first raised its independence flag in 1962. It is therefore fitting that we gather here today not only with distinguished guests, but also with the people of Samoa who have come to witness this important achievement for our nations. Today's ceremony also reminds us of an important moment in our parliamentary history. In 2012, then Governor-General of Australia, Her Excellency Dame Quentin Price, became the first foreign dignitary in 30 years to address the Parliament of Samoa. During that historic visit, Australia announced its support towards the redevelopment of Samoa's parliamentary complex as a gift for Samoa's 50th independence anniversary. Today, we witness the fulfillment of that vision and partnership. The journey to this day has not been without challenges, but through commitments and cooperations, we have reached this important milestone. Over the past weeks, many people worked tirelessly, day and night, to prepare these grounds and facilities for today's ceremony. On behalf of the Parliament of Samoa, the government and people of Samoa, I express sincere appreciation to everyone who contributed to these projects. The completion of these projects includes the newly constructed ceremonial podium and steps, the board's entrance to Parliament House, new driveway, and improved access for persons with disabilities. These works provide safer and more accessible facilities for all who visit and participate in the parliamentary process. The podium project was designed and supervised initially by Grammar Asia Pacific Limited and later overseen by the Ministry of Works, Transport and Infrastructure, with constructions undertaken by All Electrical Company Limited at the total cost of approximately 5 million Samoan dollar. Today also marks the ceremonial opening of a new Legislative Assembly office, including completions of Level 1, House the Conference Room, committee rooms, and offices for the speakers, clerks, and parliamentary staff. While building is expected to be fully completed and handed over later this year, but we are pleased to open it today as part of these national celebrations. This project has been made possible through the generous support of the Government of Australia, with an investment to date of 30.2 million Australian dollars, equivalent to approximately 58.26 million Samoan dollar. Alexander and Lloyd Australia Limited provided the design and supervision, while Reeves International carried out the construction works. We also proudly opened a new members' lounge, now officially renamed the Maota Luaftasanga. This project was an initiative of the current government to provide an appropriate traditional space to support the work of Parliament during sittings and national events. The Maota has been named in honor of the late Honorable Luafatasanga Kalapu, in recognition of his distinguished services as the first Speaker of the Samoan Parliament. In this regard, we also acknowledge with gratitude the family of the late Honorable Luafatasanga for their generous contribution towards furnishing the Maota. Your support is deeply appreciated and will remain part of the legacy of this building for generations to come. The Maota Luaftasanga was constructed by All Electrical Constructions Limited and funded by the government of Samoa at a cost of 2.8 million Samoan dollar. The project reflects the beauty of Samoa architecture and craftsmanship, while supporting the important work of Parliament. We are also pleased to know that the members' lounge is expected to be fully completed by the second week of June this year. While the completions of these developments, the visions for the redevelopment of Samoa's parliamentary complex has now been fully realized through the reconstructions of the Maota Phono Podium, the new Legislative Assembly Office, and the Maota Luaftasanga. Most importantly, these redevelopments are not simply about buildings. These represent our shared commitments to strengthening democracy, governance, and public access to parliamentary processes for the people of Samoa. They also stand as a lasting symbol of strong partnership and friendship between Samoa and Australia. As we celebrate this milestone during our 64th independence anniversary, we give thanks to God for his kindness and blessings upon Samoa and upon all those who contributed to the Samoa Parliamentary Complex redevelopment projects. Thank you once again for joining us today. Whaftai tele, soifua mai manuia.
Malo whaftai. Lo fionga le fontalai mon sa no nga utul ne yaso. Yo la matu talo anga le leleli. Ile fai ngofie le vala wina. Ya wal to single mota mo le lufina. Tama aingo le tunu e ale fina ngalo sunga fono e fia le tunu. Ye ya ile anga le yo le tu. Ile o fionga ya ile fa malo longo mala na fa unga. Tapa au ya ile fina ngalo. Awal tau vina. Ole no fo le parliament le tunu. Malo whaftai. Tu sairo tātou po kalame. O le avanoa nei mo le saunoanga a le fionga le Kovansili o Australia. Peitai. E tu sairo tu maanga masani a Australia. E eise whatinonga whaleanga nu o le amumo mai. O le a whatomua iai le folsanga o le saunoanga lana fionga. O le awa saunia e talenga ia taitunga e whailoa i foi le avaenga le anganu whaalolongi ai e whailoinga ma le malo Samoa le so wala au whalot tuai i o loto temil nei ma le ngang whalot.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now enjoy a special cultural performance presented by our friends from Australia. Immediately following the performance, it will be our great honor to invite Her Excellency, the Governor-General of Australia, to deliver the official remarks. Please enjoy the performance.
Mua whawhakaile a ko le kapa au le langi o whakasi whakou. O le keimi ngei, o le so'o o le whau. Unity and strength. First, to thank our great Creator, our Heavenly Father. Lau ingoa o kai kuunga, o lo makua sau mai sapunga o whalelili, o lo koulua I sau mai kunguri maruago yugarba I Australia. Umanga kua le upulea, e le mu maka kungoa pe lo umakua, pe kai, e mula ufaku, o wa umika o wa Samoa. I didn't grow up in the lands of my parents, as we are living in Australia, but I'm proud to be Samoan. And today signifies a great showcase of my children who are proud Aboriginal, Australian, and proud Samoan. And today we will share some of the old Gungari lines, which we had a chat with Your Majesty this morning, about our Nana Ruth Hegarty, who is 96 years old, one of the old elders, Aboriginal elders back home in Yagara Turrbal country in Brisbane. And the song lines you will hear were passed on to me as a father to make sure that the angongu'u of the Aboriginal culture keeps going strong. So today, e whainga kāwa, kulau fo'i, Your Majesty, Governor General of Australia, Aul Mau, Malo, Samoa, whainga kā fo'i lo Paramia, Samoa. Distinguished guests, leaders, and the beauty of that word, unity and strength. That today you will hear the song lines of the Gungari Nation, as my children will be dancing for their mother's people of Australia on their father's country of Samoa. First, you're going to hear the Yiraki. We're going to do the different animals, or the dingo, or the Malae Australia. Snake. Sao mai la o pepe aloa inga aleka e whaile pese jiri jindi o le willy wagtail. Jiri jindi kundana len mayano le katala. Jiri jindi kundana len mayano le katala. Jiri jindi kundana len mayano le katala. Tende kodala dan wayano le kadala. Tende kodala dan wayano le kadala. Tende kodala dan wayano le kadala. The barada, the red kangaroo. Yeah. E saule koa e su e mai me ai. Yeah, All right. Two warriors looking. Goa, kawa. Moraye na dole 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 na le dole dole na dole dole na le dole dole. Moraye na dole dole na le dole dole. Moraye na le dole dole na le dole dole. Moraye na le dole dole na le dole dole na le dole. Moraye na le dole dole na le dole dole. Spazio pazzi o Alecca. What am I?
Good afternoon, everybody. Reverend Elder Palami Taloeli, Your Highness, the Head of State of the Independent State of Samoa, and your good lady, members of the Council of Deputies, the Honourable Prime Minister of Samoa and your wife, the Honourable Prime Minister of Tonga and his wife, representatives from New Zealand, Fiji, American Samoa, and Tokelau Samoan, Cabinet Ministers and Members of Parliament, members of the Diplomatic Corps, very distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Talofa Lafa. Prime Minister, it is an honour to join you and distinguished representatives of your government to celebrate Samoa's 64 years of independence. I would like to say our heartfelt Faha Fete Tele Lava, I'm not doing my Samoan very well today, for the warmth and hospitality that you and the entire Samoan community have shown Simeon, my husband, and me on our first official visit to Samoa, and for inviting us to join you in this very important occasion. I want to thank you further, Honourable Prime Minister, and Samoa's peoples and communities for the gratitude and respect you have shown the people of Australia as a guest of honour, by hosting our High Commissioner, His Excellency Will Robinson, as a guest of honour at Saturday's Tahalolo event. We are deeply humbled by your respect and your recognition of the support provided to Samoa by the Australian people. Now, this morning's commemoration program, I have to say, was simply magnificent. The joy and enthusiasm and pride of so many people, but particularly the young people, the students, celebrating their schools, their teachers, their learning, their communities. They were of all ages, across all stages. Their excitement and their pride in Samoa was deeply uplifting. I've also been very touched, along with Simeon, by the church services that we've had the honour to attend yesterday. Listening to those beautifully sung hymns, sung just so faithfully by the Samoan family and friends, and also by the message and the prayer delivered earlier this morning, as it has been today, by the Reverend. I also want to thank Tatuinga, who just presented one of the most exceptional family ceremonial presentations that showcases the intersection of Samoan and Australian First Nations cultures. What we just saw, we don't see so often. In addition to those that you saw performing, I want to thank Shani Hegarty. It's Shani's land we were hearing about from Queensland. It's Shani's great-grandmother, whose words we were hearing. And together with Aleka and Eso, who did the dancing and the playing of the yidaki, or the didgeridoo, we were seeing a truly special moment of celebration between our two peoples. And it was done so, so beautifully. In fact, I was delighted you were able to hear, Your Highness, the didgeridoo, or the yidaki, being played, because we gifted you a similar yidaki carved by an elder yesterday as part of our thanks for your hosting of us in your beautiful nation. And just days ago in Sydney, I was delighted to see Samoan culture celebrated in one of our very spectacular events. It's called the Vivid Festival, a festival of light in Sydney. And the Samoan Australian artist, Angela Tiatia, is the headline artist with a monumental three-dimensional projection of viola illuminating the entire facade of our modern museum at Circular Quay every night. Australians and our international guests are seeing Samoan culture illuminated on buildings that are important to us right now. I think it's these experiences that show the strength, the depth and the endurance of our bilateral relationship, our close and growing close people-to-people links and the positive and inspiring impact our people are having together with the communities of Samoa and Australia. Learning about Faha Samoa, the Samoan way, has been inspiring for us. It's reminded me that while there are, of course, many differences between us, our cultures, our communities, our societies and our institutions are built on shared values and foundations that I see across Samoa and Australia. This includes, of course, the role of community groups, churches, civil society groups and volunteers in supporting education, healthcare, vulnerable populations and the elderly. We also share the importance of family and community, inclusiveness and our shared love and passion for sports and music. Today, I am so proud to be representing Australia for part of the opening ceremony for this precinct and for these three buildings that embody the partnership between our two nations. These buildings, as we have heard, house institutions that uphold the democratic values that both our countries cherish for the benefit of every citizen, community and Nu'u. First, through our support of the Mautofono, and now through the Legislative Assembly Office, these buildings are our shared commitment to strengthening democracy, institutions and governance. Our parliaments are connected through democratic values and actually through the buildings themselves. Harold Guida, the lead architect responsible for the design of the Mautofono, also helped design Australia's new Parliament House in the 1980s. Australian Parliament House in Canberra is an iconic building for all Australians, and I'm sure the Mautofono will hold a similar place in Samoans' lives. I'm so proud that the Mautofono and the Legislative Assembly Office reflect and support the institutions, parliamentary processes and people of Samoa for the long term. The building incorporates a traditional Samoan design of a fale. The new Legislative Assembly Office is modern, functional, cost-effective, climate resilient and fit for purpose. And both the buildings are inclusive and allow for all Samoans to engage in Samoa's democratic processes. Local workers and subcontractors were engaged to build them so that the people of Samoa could benefit from the economic opportunities and jobs. Honourable Prime Minister, It is a gift to us as representatives of Australia to take part in today's ribbon cutting and tree planting processions that will mark the ceremonial opening of Samoa's parliamentary precinct and the strength of our bilateral relationship. Even the tree we are planting, the whetau, native to both Samoa and Australia, is symbolic of our relationship. And if I may, Honourable Prime Minister, I would like to now hand you, and it would give me great honour to present you, a hand-carved message stick created by First Nations men, Aboriginal men. In Australia, Mulinu'u, Anambra, Wayland and Iuni songman and artist. It also links you to the performance we have just seen that combines Samoa and First Nations in Australia. As you know, Australia's Indigenous cultures have a history dating back over 60,000 years, and traditionally the message stick that we have presented you were used by Aboriginal peoples to convey messages, invitations and agreements across communities. We believe they are enduring symbols of communication grounded in trust, respect and understanding. Mulinu'u's work is guided by his principle with his people, and it is called One Family. Or one mob. And so the message stick is gifted to you as a symbol of Australia's deep partnership with Samoa, one that's grounded in trust, respect and understanding. On behalf, I wanted to convey this gift on the occasion of the celebration of Samoa's independence, 64 years of successful independence. I hope our visit and our gifts and our presence serve as a symbol of the friendship, the faith and the affinity with which we are united, and as a reminder of the connection between our two countries as one family. And I hope it serves as a message of Australia's trust, respect and understanding for the independent state of Samoa. I also want to offer you, Prime Minister, this letter. It's one that I've sent you separately, but we wanted to present it to you framed. It marks the 64th anniversary of your nation's independence, and in the letter, on behalf of all Australians, I extend my warmest wishes to you, the government, and the people of the independent state of Samoa on this extraordinary occasion, and say congratulations on the extraordinary success of 64 years of independence. And with that, it is just for me, on behalf of Simeon, me, the Australian delegation, the High Commissioner and his team here, and all Australians, to say congratulations on this momentous occasion. It is serendipitous that we're celebrating two things: the opening of this precinct on the day in which you celebrate the 64th anniversary of your independence. Thank you for inviting us to join you in these celebrations. I'm going to try and do this. Soifua ma ea manuia.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for your gracious remarks. And thank you, Taitu'unga, and your beautiful children for the wonderful performance.
le tele valau le mal falolo lau fionga le palemi o Samoa lau fionga honorable lau le malito po le tevo fosi mo lau saunoanga na soile ma le otina o le lipine o le talaina o tatou galuega e na afua le nitaiao ma le gaga falolo.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now invite the Honorable Prime Minister of Samoa, Honorable Laulian Malito Polata Fosi, to deliver his remarks and officiate the ribbon cutting ceremony. Laufionga leli palmia fifili o Samoa.
O te manatu o lauleto e asaina leo ngā sami wa umanasa. Wa leo maea o na pai urfanua upo le tātou tai au Malae Aso e maluai Tiafau o le Malae o le whautunga tangi a Samoa. Paftai tere lau fionga il Kovanasili o le malo Australia. Thank you very much for the present of the magic stick. I ask for the throne for me to blow in my village when it comes to our night watchman. Le aso le nei o lea ua maea o na sao noa le fionga il fonga whetalai o aunga na o aute o le taiao ma le aso le nei. O la u le to e talatala ina fo i e wā ua tu matamanga le wafa whenga iai o le pāle mene ma le malo. E leo to e taua Australia o sa tātou wō whai paanga. O tau Australia o le tātou ainga. Ma e le to e wha matalaina le tūlanga o le sao taua. O leo o tātou Mulinu'u le tae au ma le aso le nei. Vi ia le atua i le alofa ma le anga le lei. I le wha mautuina o le pāle mene o Samoa. Whawhetai le atua i le alofa ma le anga le lei o nei atunu. O tātou wāwai ai le wha mautuina o se tasi o poutu toa o le tātou malo o le pāle mene o Samoa. Le ala lea o tātou whaalongolongo ma le whawhetai le atua i nei tupe tele o whawai mai le malo Australia mo si o tātou atunu. O le tatalo, ia whaamanuia tele le atua i lau awhionga le Kovanasili Australia ma le malo Australia e ala i lau tō whoi. A mais tātou patpatele, tātou pāle mene, lau awhionga le whangawhitalai, lau awhionga le au mamalu le malo ma lau masiofo, lau awhionga le teitai o le sauninga. Tātou whawhetai o na neifo ai tāua mo tātou. The Honourable Speaker has already graciously and convey significance of this morning official ceremony, and therefore I do not wish to prolong proceedings further. Today is a proud moment for Samoa. This facility is not only an investment in infrastructure, but investment in the future of Parliament, our democracy, and our nation. I am so blessed to be the Speaker of the House in 2012. The beginning of this project, and my heart cries today I've seen the completion. So I convey my sincere appreciation, Governor General of Australia and the Government of Australia for this marvelous infrastructure for Samoa Parliament. As we celebrate this achievement during the 64th independent anniversary, may this development continue to serve the people of Samoa from many generations to come. May God continue to bless Samoa, Australia, on our enduring partnership. At this time, I respectfully invite Your Excellency, the Governor-General of Australia, to join with me to the official cutting of the ribbon as a symbol of our strong partnership, friendship, and shared commitment to the future of Samoa. May this new chapter continue to strengthening the work between the Parliament in serving the people of Samoa with dignity, integrity, and unity. It is now our honor to officially declare all these development open. Soifua maimanuia.
We're doing it together?
Yeah, doing it together.
I think the cameras would like us to do this. Here we go. Can we look at everybody there? Here we go. Yes, 1, 2, 3. Whoop.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
La whaia le leo, sui le palemene ma le whainga malo, le tu tino le whamsinonga ma tangata anu o Samoa, e mala au whalo le toi lau fionga malu le au le malo, se e au ai atu mo le toina o le la au, o whinangalo iai le Kovansili Australia, e whai mo whamnitunga, o le whainga paanga Samoa, i le mai ai o ninga luenga tele, mo le nganga whalo alo, lau fionga malu le au le malo.
Tradition of Elizabeth. I'd be delighted to tell King Charles, who of course enjoyed his visit here in October 2024 so very much.
We're adhering to the tradition.
We are adhering to the tradition. Thank you.
Next on our program is the tour of the new Legislative Assembly office. The CEO of Reeves Company and His Highness, His Excellency, Mr. Will Robinson, High Commissioner of Australia to Samoa, will kindly lead the way. Thank you.
Lava malfalo alo, taimli nei o le mai moanga le mota, o na o whonga whale mua wa maea, ia o le mai moanga o le ataitai le fionga le ai komisina Australia, ia malo fisili o pulenga le company o lo fausi le mota, ia tātou te anga i le tūlea malanga o whalo alo.
Natural Samoa water, the taste of nature.